Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
I want to welcome you back here to the Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. We're joined now by Sophie Jackson. It is hot out here, Sophie. I got to tell you that much. I was up here in the broadcast booth. I didn't get any air. You guys really didn't. Talk to me just about getting ready for this day, because we've had hot days like this before, but it seemed extra hot here today.
Well, I think that it's definitely been hotter than it has been here today, but it was definitely pretty warm today.
If you had to remember, like, the hottest game here this season, what would have it been?
I'm not sure. We had a long week that was pretty hot. Most
Sure.
games were super hot.
They really were. Not really a lot of effort, or not a lot of wind here for tonight. But, Sophie, I tell you what, a heck of a game offensively for you guys. You guys were just hitting a lot of dingers here for tonight. Maybe not home runs, but deep shots as well. Talk to me just about what you saw from that pitcher tonight, because you guys had her number for a large portion of that game.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us all season have struggled to wait on the ball, and I think that we carried that tonight.
Talk about just the change you saw, because like you said, there was just some games where you saw the struggle, but tonight you guys got on that run and kept it going.
Yeah, we had a good inning. We were getting people on base, but we just had trouble stringing our hits together, so we were leaving a lot.
Yeah, and I know defensively both teams did see some struggles here tonight. Did kind of the infield play a little bit of factor, because you don't get a lot of that sand, but I mean it looked like a new place to play. Took a little bit for you guys to kind of get used to it a little bit.
Yeah, from the pitchers, they take like a while, and they walk a lot of people, and then if we don't get a ball for a while, it kind of lulls us to sleep, and then we have trouble when we actually get a ball. I
was going to say, kind of throws you off your groove a little bit there tonight.
Yeah.
You guys do put up a great 14 runs. Talk about that inning where you guys put up 10. What was kind of the momentum shifter for you guys?
I think the pitcher change. She came in and kind of walked a lot of people, threw a lot of balls, so we got good at like watching them and then getting walked, and then they got out of it, obviously.
Yeah. I do want to ask you real quick, and I don't want to keep you long because it's hot up here, and I want you guys to get on a cool bus. Talk to me just about this squad here this season. I mean, a lot of young girls to this season.
Yeah.
A lot of learning lessons as well, so talk to me just about that.
Yeah, we did come up with a lot of young girls. We lost a lot of big players last year, but I think that we pulled together well. Absolutely.
Well, Sophie, I tell you what, I'm going to let you get on the bus, get some water. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll hopefully talk to you later.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sophie Jackson of the AWV Rockets joining us here on Kick 106.7. Tough loss here again for the AWV Rockets. Thanks so much for Sophie Jackson joining us. Move our attention over to Kenzie Kock for tonight. Kenzie, tough loss here for tonight. I give all the kudos to Sophie Jackson for keeping it together during the interview, but tough loss for the girls this season. A great effort, though, I got to say that much, for this offense. Talk to me just about what this season has meant for you and the girls.
This season's been definitely one of learning. Like Sophie said, we lost a lot of key players last year, so we had some pretty big holes to fill. This part I think we struggled with the most is kind of finding that right rotation, that right combination of players. Maggie, ideally in the beginning, was going to be my pitcher. It worked out in the end that we really needed her on the defensive end, and we really needed Amber Regaler in there just to throw strikes. Whether they hit them well, whether they put them in play, that's what we needed them to do. And, we really needed Maggie on that defensive side to kind of keep us together, since she was one that did play that position last year. Expected her to be a leader out there, and like I said, they're very young. We had to fill a lot of holes, so that didn't help.
Yeah, and it's tough when you have girls that have maybe played a season under the belt or no season at all quite yet. Had a couple of 8th graders out there tonight. What has it kind of been this season teaching them? I know that there's some learning lessons tonight just about what to see and where to throw. How has that kind of been like for those young girls?
Something that the younger girls don't really know a lot of when they come into it is softball lingo, the language, the game smarts. I mean, that's something that you have to get practice at.
Yeah.
The rules are completely different once you hit high school ball, and they jump right from 8th grade right into high school. So it's a matter of teaching them like the rules, the situations. Unfortunately, the season starts earlier and earlier every year, and it's tough to get a practice in, and it's tough to go over those things. And it's even tougher when you have, we had 16 girls out this year, but it's tougher to take the time to be able to go over those things with them in those short amount of practices. So.
Well, especially the fact that you had some of those girls down at state track, and like you said, it started a week early. It's definitely not easy to kind of get into a groove in those first few games, but I thought you guys got into a groove. Definitely the third inning big 10-run inning. So I know Sophie mentioned it, that the new pitcher they had in there was throwing some balls. But what were you talking to them in that moment in time when they got those runs going?
I think it just was more of a momentum swing for them. You know, once they get going, they know exactly what needs to be done, and they know, you know, that it feels good that they're doing it. But we can't, you know, we have this knack for making a comeback, and then we get comfortable, and then we don't strive all the way through. So it's just a matter of hanging tough and staying in it throughout the whole game, and we have to be able to do that. So,
you know, I know this is a tough way to kind of have the season end, but it's a phenomenal effort from this young squad. Talk to me about next year. Obviously, you guys are going to bring up a lot, especially those 3 juniors, and hopefully Jamie Hausman, who's hopefully going to get better here soon. What is that going to be like, having 3 senior leaders and knowing that they've been a great guiding force for them all throughout, not only softball but other sports?
I look forward to it. You know, this year even Cora isn't 100%. You know, she tore her ACL in basketball, and you know, she was cleared to play, but you can tell out there while she's playing it's a little tough. She didn't steal as much this year. She didn't, you know, maybe run as well, but that's something that I think by next year we'll have back as well. Maggie's always been a very strong presence in the infield. Expect her to kind of do the same. Maybe look at, you know, giving her that opportunity to pitch a little bit more next year and see what we can do, or what combination we have with players coming in, or, you know, what we have to work with next year. So, you know, Jamie, she played a little bit of everything for us this last year. She did a little shortstop, a little third. Ultimately, it ended up working out. We could move her back into the outfield, and you know, she really does very well out there. That is her home. That is what she looks forward to doing, and she just thrives out there. And she was definitely a missing presence tonight, and you know, so look forward to those 3, because I do think they all work very well together, and they are going to be strong leaders. So looking forward to that. Absolutely.
Well, Coach, again, tough loss here for tonight. We appreciate you coming up, talking about this, and talking about this season a little bit. Hopefully it's a great trip back home, and hopefully it won't be the last time we'll talk to you coming up here soon, hopefully.
Absolutely. Thank you.